One couple from Newton opened the Greater Boston Addiction Center in Needham after realizing there were no rehab facilities in the MetroWest area that offers anyone struggling with addiction a safe and helpful place to go. The Greater Boston Addiction Center, a rehabilitation treatment center in Needham, is the first of its kind here in the greater metro area.
Specifically in this area, I chose to open because of the lack of resources I found, and also in this day and age, I feel like there's so many overdoses and people still don't talk about it. It's almost like, oh no, not my kid. And I felt like it was just constantly brushed under the rug around here.
Katerina Caulfield, a resident of Newton as a child and young adult, and her husband own the facility. She was inspired by her own experience.
10 years ago, when my search began with looking for treatment facilities, and it was more so my family's search, there was nothing local, and it deterred them for sending me to treatment. So they looked at places in Portland, Maine, and kind of out of state, and coming from a Greek tight-knit family, that was troublesome. They were fearful of that, but really had no other choice.
While the facility itself is new, the treatment plan is also completely original.
So it's a 12-step and clinically based facility. So like we kind of morphed the two because we found that nowadays with mental illness rising, it's just you need both. So we do bring like the holistic 12-step work that's I think crucial and fundamental, paired with clinical treatment with licensed nurse practitioners, licensed clinicians that bring that like science-based and evidence-based treatment.
For former patient and current employee John O'Connell, the new method proved successful.
This time around coming here, I've never been to a program like this where it was, growing up I had a lot of anxiety, I had, depression at times, and I went to a lot of places and, I never really focused on that. So coming here, I really kind of dug deep and worked with the clinicians and worked with other employees here. And also, the 12-step part of it's huge. So I think, with, the clinical part and, the 12-step part, it was, it worked for me.
The rehabilitation process at GBAC was designed to cater to the needs and beliefs of all their clients.
So I know that a lot of people are turned off by the 12 steps. God is, everywhere, all over them. So we offer it for some people. It's great. It worked for myself. It doesn't work for all. So this isn't like a one-size-fits-all type of thing. This program is very custom fit. So one thing that works for someone may not work for someone else. So we do our best to find what works. But if someone is all about their higher power, then we support that. And if someone is hesitant or is having trouble, we introduce it, but then we move on if we find that it's going to do more harm than good.
For the recent alum John, the community and support he received during his treatment was a driving force for his sobriety.
I was sober for many years, and I ended up relapsing and using more or less on and off for about a year or so. And then, coming here, it's, honestly, it is the staff, because I've been to many rehabs, and just to see how, caring the staff is, not just, when, I was a client here, but they also cared what, about, my future.
O'Connell attributes his experience at the Greater Boston Addiction Center for allowing him to start a new life.
Coming in to treatment, my life was, it wasn't good. So, coming in, doing the work, meeting with my therapist, and working on my 12 steps. At the end, I felt a sense of peace. I wasn't overwhelmed, with life. And don't get me wrong, life can be overwhelming, but I was, I felt I was able to kind of go out and to take care of the things I had to take care of.
The physical structure of the facility mirrors the goals of the program itself.
Because we truly do want people to be comfortable. We want them to be able to come in here and feel at home. Because a lot of people don't, they've been running around for so long, they really haven't had roots in a long time. So we wanted to bring that hominess, to where they're going to be spending majority of their days.
The program is built to support and accommodate people of all lifestyles and circumstances.
We're open during the day from 9 to 2:45, where we have clinical groups and 12-step run groups with a lunch in between and breaks mixed in. But we also offer evening IOP. So for a lot of our commuters, a lot of our workers that go to work 9 to 5, they can come in the evening, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, from 6 to 9.
While the facility itself is not 24 hours, fully staffed housing options are available.
We do have sober living as well that is 24-hour staffed. And some of our clients do come here from the sober living. So yes, it can be for some clients, but it's not required.
The versatility and accommodations expand to financial needs and current sobriety statuses.
We offer, if you don't have insurance, private pay, but we, for the most part, take out-of-network insurance. So pretty much if they call us, we can assist with wherever they're at. We can meet them there and either take them directly from home, or if they're in a facility, from a facility, and if we think that they might need further care, we can also refer out.
The journey to sobriety is not necessarily linear. The faculty at GBAC will consistently check in with their alumni and current clients.
So whether someone leaves our program, is still in our program, we're constantly following up. It doesn't matter how long they're out for. We have a certain schedule where we will reach out either to the client or to the family just to touch base. And if there is a relapse and they are honest about it and transparent about it, we immediately offer to either come back into treatment or to get them into some sort of treatment that they're willing to get into. So we are pretty vigilant with keeping up with all of our alumni.
If you are struggling with addiction, there are people who you can turn to for help.
Reach out. Reach out to anybody that that is in recovery, because anybody that is, sober and truly in recovery, wants to help.
For parents and guardians, or if you know someone who is struggling with addiction, the staff at GBAC cannot emphasize enough how crucial it is for you to reach out.
And if there's a family member that knows someone is actively drinking, alcoholically or using drugs like fentanyl and really any other drugs, it really is life or death, and it's a ticking time bomb essentially, and the quicker you reach out, the quicker that person has a chance to save their lives.
Intervene. Don't enable them. Don't turn a blind eye.
The Greater Boston Addiction Center is holding an open house on Saturday, August 21st at their facility in Needham. I'm Nicole Mader with Newton News in Needham.